This is Bishop Craig in Lansing, and this is Take One for the week of July 31st. Peace be with you. I'll be heading to the office this afternoon, Monday, and be spending time there this week as we continue to settle in. My goal is to not have to bother the landlord this week. It's always awkward to be new, isn't it? So that's one of my goals. My second goal for the week is to get ready for the church-wide assembly that begins for Vice President Sandy and I on Sunday. We'll leave Saturday. There are 3 hearings this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. The first Tuesdays is on the budget, Wednesdays is on memorials, and Thursdays is on a social statement. And if you are a voting member, you can get a Zoom link, I think. And if you are not a voting member but want to watch, you can watch on the ELCA YouTube channel. I believe the Disabilities Task Force is also meeting on Wednesday afternoon. And on Thursday afternoon, the Conference of Bishops is meeting. And on Friday afternoon, I get to go to the allergist for the first time to see what's that new experience. So I have a pretty full week this week. And I guess I'll say something more about the church-wide assembly in next week's Take One video, which I'll record before I leave. Yeah. The readings for next Sunday, the gospel reading begins, have no fear, little flock, for it is your Father's pleasure to give you the kingdom. And that is the good news. We don't need to be afraid because God gives us the kingdom. God gives us the reign of God in the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. We don't have to earn it. We can't lose it. It is God's gift. What follows then is how we live as people who are not afraid because we trust God to give us the kingdom, right? So it is we receive the good news, we trust or believe the good news, and these are manifestations of response. Very Lutheran, this reading. And so the response, we don't cling to our possessions. We heard last week about the folly of that. And the only way to get control of our possessions, which want to own our lives, is to give them away. So Jesus invites us to give alms. We are expectant for the Son of Humanity to show up at any time. And it's not that we're afraid. That's easy to turn this into we need to be on our guard because Jesus is going to come and catch us. No, catch us sleeping or loafing off or whatever. No, we so trust that God will give us the kingdom that we are expectant for the reign of God to come near. We are expectant for Jesus to show up, and we are expectant for it to come at an unexpected hour. The thief in the night thing, we're turning toward kind of the eschatological season of the church here, where in anticipation of Advent, we talk about the end times. I read some stuff that suggests that the person that allowed his house to be broken into was really the devil when Jesus entered the realm of the dead and stole all the devil's possessions, all the souls held captive there. I kind of like that. So I would be preaching this Sunday, if I was preaching this Sunday, about God giving us the kingdom, that it is a gift, and that we can live without fear. We can live without fear. Of course, we are, I saw a podcast yesterday that said these are very difficult, scary times, and they are. But ultimately, the kingdom is ours forever. The future is in God's hands. So that's the good news I'd be preaching this week. Next Sunday, Vice President Schlesinger and I will be sitting in worship with the Conference of Bishops, the ELCA Church Council, and the vice presidents. So it will be interesting to hear what is said, as I wonder if they will preach on this text. preach from this text as we move into churchwide assembly. So that's take one for this week. I hope you're getting some summer because it's going too fast. And I will record later in the week and see you again. Take care. The peace of Christ be with you always.